Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to come in real quick, make a short live concerning the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:20 says, "A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with his increase of his lips shall he be filled." 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. It's amazing that we don't recognize how powerful our words can be. We can speak life or we can speak death. We should be speaking life, but it seems to me, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Twitter, we tend to speak death. We tend to speak negative. We tend to speak all these things, but we say we want to live in peace and understand what peace is. Peace start by speaking life into that which should be spoken to bear fruit, not to bear death. Our words hold so much power that we don't even realize the destruction that we are actually causing. But we think because it's social media or because we out in the streets or in the hood or at work, we can just say whatever we want to say and there are no consequences. There are consequences to the words we speak, to what we say, how we feel. We must be aware that freedom of speech ain't freedom of speech. There are consequences when you speak negative. But if you're going to continue to give light to the negative things, then how do you expect to prosper in this life that God has given you? It's amazing to me that even some of us as men think that we can just choose and say whatever we want to say, what words and language we use, whether it's our brothers, our sisters, our women, our children. We got to think before we speak, man. If you're going to speak life into someone, deposit that realness in them so they can build themselves up. You know what I mean? But it's so easy just to say whatever you want to say and think nothing will happen. It took me a long time to understand, even as a kid, when it says life and death is in the power of the tongue. It is amazing that we don't stop and think before we speak. Am I guilty of that? Yes, I have been guilty of it. But guess what? I'm very wise now to understand that I better make sure that I have thought out everything I need to say before I speak it. Because you don't know who it's going to hurt. You don't know who is going to shatter. You don't know who is going to bring out the worst in them. And see, people get on these streets and think they can just do whatever they want to do. And I'm not just talking about YouTube either. I'm talking about people in the streets, your neighbors, or whoever the case may be. This has got to be the most crazy, unadulterated times we living in because people just feel like, oh, well, I can just go all in and just do whatever. Look, man, it starts with us. We have to be the gatekeepers of what we say, how we do it, and how we say it. We don't have to overreact to everything, and we don't have to give light to everything that's a bunch of BS. But man, we as men, we got to do better as well. Women, you got to do better too. But at the end of the day, the words we speak, and they say, words don't hurt. Yes, they do. They very much do. Because if they didn't, we wouldn't be bothered by the word nigga or nigger being said from somebody else of the persuasion. So if we don't change our attitude, our mindset, and what we saying, guess what? We not only killing ourselves, we killing the next generation of children that's coming behind us. We got to think, man. And if you think because you on social media that gives you the right to do and say whatever you want to say, you might want to think again about that too, because that's not where it's at. Last time I checked, I thought we were supposed to be about making change, doing the right thing. But I guess that's too hard for some people. That's too much for some people to put in the real work. Sometimes, even as a man, you have to sit down and be quiet and listen to your own thoughts and see how you're processing them before the words come out. Because a lot of times, even your thoughts are just as bad as you speaking it. I never thought I would be coming on live to say this, but I'm just going to keep it 1000%. If we don't do better, we going to lose all the way. It's enough going on in these streets. It's enough going on in these digital platforms, so forth and so on. But we got to do better. We got to do better. At the end of the day, I don't get on lives just to be talking. I'm concerned as well. I'm concerned about my people. I'm concerned about my children. I'm concerned about the people around me, the people I call friends. At the end of the day, man, this is not it. It's enough ruckus, BS, non-essential stuff going on, but we act like we can't be reasonable people. I want y'all to think about that for a moment. Our words do matter. Our words do matter. It matters so much more now than ever before. But if you can't understand that, then why you speaking? Why you talking? If it's that bad, then keep your comments and your things to yourself. Because at the end of the day, man, it's about life. It's about what you pouring into people. It's about what you giving to the people. It's bad enough you got people out here that hate on people that try to help others. That's a problem. But then you want to talk that yin yang, yah, and all of the other unnecessary shit to get attention. But the minute a man or a woman speaks something positive, nobody want to show up. Nobody want to show up. But let somebody talk some degrading, calling women bees and hoes, and this dude ain't this, or he a gigolo, or whatever the case may be. We'll listen to that. When it comes to that realness and speaking that life shit, speaking that real shit, that positive shit, only a few people want to hear. So if it's only on a few people that want to hear it, then that's who I'd rather roll with and rock with. That's who I'd rather help. Because all that other shit, it don't even matter. And I ain't just talking about this YouTube shit. I'm talking about life shit. And excuse my French, because I don't really like to curse like this, even on the digital platforms. But man, some of y'all need to knock it off. Just because you grown, that don't make you wise. A wise man know how to listen. A wise man know how to shut up. A wise man know how to receive information, take it in, process it, think about it, then execute. But if you want to keep up the same old junk, the same old nonsense, keep rolling with it. Because all you're doing is hurting yourself. And again, stop the negative shit. It's enough negative words being spoken anyway. We got enough brothers out here that's trying to make change. But you make the brothers that trying to make change look bad because you flocking to the brothers and sisters that's talking all the bullshit. That don't help nobody and don't serve no purpose. And again, I don't mean to rant and rave, but I just want to be brief. Because life and death is in the power of the tongue. So we need to watch what we say, how we say it, when we say it, and who we say it to. We should be valuing each other instead of devaluing each other, even by the deeds we do and by the words we speak. Like I say, I don't need no audience because I'm going to do me and I'm going to do right by those who are around me at the end of the day. So let that be known. It's love, it's peace, it's joy, it's prosperity, it's healing, it's health, it's wealth, it's a mindset, it's a game changer. Reset, restart, relearn, do you. Leave the nonsense at the front door. Otherwise, talk about it on the curb. Don't bring it under your roof because all it's going to do is wreak havoc. And there's enough going on in this world already. Enough. And I want to pay respects to Brother R. Kelly. He got a lot on his plate. He don't need to hear no negative stuff from anybody or no one. He needs all the positive information that he can get to keep his mind straight. We all need the positive things in our life and our minds to keep our minds straight, our hearts straight. But all this negative stuff, all it do is bleed out into the surface of the world and cause destruction and confusion. It's enough of it as it is. When are we going to grow up and decide, you know what, man? I don't need to be a part of the rat race and the nonsense and the BS. Until we decide what life means to us by the words we speak, we ain't gonna never get nowhere. Game recognize game. Stand on yours, be truthful, but at the same time, know how to shut up and know how to listen. You ain't that grown where you can't listen to somebody. You ain't that grown where you can't let your feelings be hurt by the truth. If somebody loves you enough to tell you the truth when you wrong, respect that. But if they can't tell you wrong and you get an attitude about it, then you was shit in the first place. I'm gonna leave it at that. But for those of you that's in here, I appreciate you for stopping by. I appreciate you for subscribing to my channel. Hit that like button if you will. Like, share, and subscribe. Because this is what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get nothing more, you're not gonna get nothing less. But I ain't with that nonsense and that BS. Because if I was, I don't need YouTube to do it. I don't need social media to do it. But like I said, I'm about my people. I'm about encouraging people. I'm about uplifting people, whether it's on my job, whether it's at the park or in the streets or whatever the case may be. See, that's what the devil want to cause confusion and get people all riled up because ain't nobody paying attention. I'm paying attention. I just know how to move. I know how to be different. I don't need to run with the horses. I can stay back and ride by myself because I ain't never been a person that liked drama because that's not what I'm about. So keep living, keep doing you, but do it the right way and know when to walk away when it ain't good for your soul. Know when to stay if it is good for your soul. It's going to help the truth and help you evolve as a man or a woman. Life and death is in the power of tongue. You need to figure out and choose which one you're going to take. You're going to take life or you're going to take death. I choose life. With that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you again stopping by. I'll be going again live tomorrow or either over the weekend, but you shall hear from me. We got a lot of work to do, and I'm just getting started. Much love, respect to all of you that's here. Cookie, Frankie, and Johnny, serving for life. Boston, I'm in love with you. Brother Jeff Taylor that stopped through. Keep speaking. Yeah, for those, like I said, and open-minded. For those of you in here, cool, I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm just getting started. And keep in mind, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. On and off of social media. What you see, what you hear is what you're going to get. Nothing more, nothing less. With that being said, much love. May God grace be upon you. May his peace be upon you. May the rest of your night be well. And if you rise and wake up tomorrow, remember, the breath of life is what you need to get started. Just choose the words you speak to the next man or woman that's either beside you or in front of you. Lift them up. Give them grace, give them peace, give them love, give them joy, give them respect. And in return, you'll be blessed tenfold because you did it the right way. I'm out.